Hello everyone, welcome to this month's edition of North Central Outdoors. I'm your host, Nathan Karch. Today's going to be all about deer season, specifically muzzleloader and rifle season. I would argue with anybody that this is the best time of the year to be in the woods. Low humidity, nice kind of mild weather, but you do have some chilly mornings, which is great. It's just a very pleasant experience to be out in the woods. The bugs are dying down with some frost that we've had. So I love this time of year. Plus, the best thing is the rut. The rut is phenomenal just because if you hear leaves crunching or you see a doe, you just never ever know what's going to be behind her. It could just be something like a monster. It's like a Happy Meal. You just never know what kind of prize you're gonna get. It's awesome. So please, if you have an opportunity, go out within the next couple weeks. It's gonna be phenomenal. The first thing that I'd like to discuss, as I've discussed on previous segments, is the licensing that is for muzzleloader and rifle. So for muzzleloader, you're gonna need a Type 001, which is your base, and then a Type 010, so a Type 10, and then for rifle is a 009. So again, 001, you have to have that as your base license, and then muzzleloader, Type 10, and then a Type 9 for a rifle. If you have a Sportsman, it's all inclusive, covers all the state supplemental licenses, so you're good to go if you have that. And then of course, if you have a permanent senior citizen Sportsman's license, or if you have a lifetime license, all of that is covered as well. Next is hunter education. If you haven't had that, please get it. It is completely free. You can do it online exclusively now. You don't even have to attend an in-person class like we used to do the traditional classes. You can go through the NRA's website, just access that. You can save your progress as you go. It's very, very user-friendly, and then it's a one and done deal. So once you accomplish it, get your certification, you never have to take it again, and it's recognized in pretty much every state in the U.S. So if you ever travel out of state, and you'll have to have that hunter education certification. If you do travel and hunt out of state, you'll have it already under your belt. So it's a very, very good thing to have, and it's required by law here in Tennessee. The next thing, we run into these issues constantly during deer season, is just with obtaining permission from landowners. So it's a common misconception that you don't need to request permission from the landowner if the property is not posted. That's not true at all. It's the same thing if you have, say a quarter-acre lot in a subdivision, and I set up camp in your front yard. Well, I'm pretty sure you probably don't have a no trespassing sign in your front yard, but it's still considered private property. So you have to obtain permission prior to getting on that property. Also, the retrieval of game. If you shoot a deer and it wanders on a bordering property that you don't have permission, you must seek permission prior to retrieving that animal. You don't have any rights after shooting that animal to go retrieve it. You've got to go get permission, and we as game wardens, we can't even intervene with that. It's got to be on you as a hunter. If they say no, then you just have to leave it. It's unfortunate, but most of the time, you just be nice to the landowner and get that permission. They're usually more than willing to let you go retrieve that game because they don't want to see the meat go to waste. But please do that. Tagging, that's a major issue that we see. The easiest thing is to download our app, TWRA On The Go. You can get that completely free, and it's very user friendly. You automatically sync up your profile, and you just basically tag the deer in, or turkey, whatever big game animal you have. You tag it in at your fingertips, and it will immediately send you a confirmation number. You can also do it without service. So if you type in all the proper criteria for whatever big game animal you've killed and hit submit, it will actually say that within our system, and then whenever you have cell phone service, it will transmit to our database. But it should give you a confirmation number, so you can take it to a processor, whatever you need to do. That way we know that you've claimed your game. So please do that. There's also some check-in stations that are still out there with our licensing agents. There's a few around. You can look those up on TWRA, or I'm sorry, tnwildlife.org. If you go to that website, you can find check-in station licensing agents still out there, but for the most part, we do rely on the internet and on the app a lot. You can also do it on a home laptop or desktop. That's fine, but just be mindful if you don't check it in the field, then you have to attach a physical tag to it, and you can get that by downloading your license, your paper license online. You can print off the tags. Every license comes with 4 tags, and you can print off more as you need them, but they have to be affixed to the animal when they're out in the field, and that way when you get cell phone service and you can properly tag it in, then you do that. Next thing is, it is a firearm season, so with muzzleloader and rifle, you do have to wear Blaze Orange. That just consists of a jacket, vest, and a hat. So the law reads 500 square inches, yes, of Blaze Orange. But if you just have a hat and a vest or something like that, that fulfills those requirements. It can be the orange camouflage to kind of break up your pattern. It doesn't have to just be that solid Blaze Orange color. You can do the camouflage. That's perfectly legal. But just know that you do have to have it on. And I know it sounds silly if you're hunting like a ground blind or an elevated box blind, a shooting house, something like that, where you might not even be able to see in. It's still required to have it, just for safety purposes. So I always tell people, if you are hunting in one of those, it's nice to kind of just drape it out the window. That way somebody knows that blind or that shooting house is occupied. They know not to shoot in that direction whatsoever if they see that off in the distance. And then whenever you get out, you put it back on. So make sure that you're wearing your orange. The next thing is tree stand safety. So most everybody's using tree stands, box blinds or ground blinds, but for tree stands specifically, please always wear your safety harness. Always maintain 3 points of contact with the tree. They make Hunter Safety Systems makes what they call a lifeline, and you affix it to the tree once you ascend. And every time that you use that tree from then on out, you always have contact with the tree. So you just kind of work your way up on that lifeline. Check it out. You can go to Hunter Safety Systems website, and it's fairly cheap. I know you can get them on Amazon, but it's a big safety piece, and we definitely encourage you to use that. But always wear a safety harness. Get one that fits you. Get one that's comfortable, because if you do, you're always going to wear it. Use a haul line to take your gear up and hoist it down. Don't try to walk up the tree stand with your backpack and your weapon and everything like that. It's just too much. So use a haul line to hoist up your backpack, your firearm and stuff like that. Make sure it's unloaded, and when you get up in the tree stand, you can grab it and then hoist it back down. Tree stands are basically our number one thing for hunter injuries and deaths. So please just operate safe. Haul line, safety harness, those are primary. The next thing is please report any violations that you see, whether it's baiting, trespassing, shooting from the road, spotlighting, anything like that. Please report it to our regional dispatch. That is 615-781-6581. Again, 615-781-6581. That's our Region 2 dispatch. That covers all 12 northern counties of Middle Tennessee, and they can get you in contact with your local game warden in that area, and I promise they will be prompt to respond to you, and we want to help you out. You're our eyes and our ears out there, and we appreciate everything that you do for us. And then lastly, I just want to encourage everybody to get out there, partake in the rut. It's the best time of the year. This is the one time that you just never know what you're going to see, and it's your best time to really kill a huge deer. So please get out there. Above all, be safe, and we'll see you next time.